And straight into chapter
7. Chapter
we
7.
have been invited to a hunt to the modest Ismail. You are cordially invited to my hunt in the highlands of Zarafsan. Together we shall make a mighty sport of it. Okay. I mean, we've got nothing else to do. Why not? Yeah, we'll go. It's going to take us 18 days to get there. But we shall attend. I think we should be fine. I know it does say there's a little bit of danger, but there's always danger. What we'll do is we'll just hire some mercenary guards to take care of that, and we, for 10 gold, we will join the hunt. The mercenary captain has been hired, and let us venture to our hunt. I hope it goes well. So do I. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, Balial Kawas has started on the preparations. His gamekeepers check the highlands each day for signs of quarry while building a camp closer to the hunting grounds. I've checked my gear and horse many times. It won't be long now. Excellent. We have to wait a wee while, a few days, but that's fine. We're kind of in a situation at the moment. I'm just going to pause the game while I discuss here. For further, in the sense that expanding is fine, but we will be over our domain limit, and I can't give away any land because we are only a count. And so if I give away a land, it's obviously going to make them an equal level with us, so they will fall under as another vassal of my brother. The only way I can do this is possibly to become the equivalent of a duke. Now, my brother does, of course, as the Amir, hold anything that we would have to have down here, Bukhara, and put these together, maybe one more, but he holds the duchy here of the Shardom of Bukhara. Now the other one here, which is kind of how the inheritance came about with my rival eventually, the Duchy of Soghd. Now the thing is, it's not created yet because my brother did destroy this when he came to power, and we need one more county, which is fine. We can afford, and the gold won't be a problem. That we could create this, and pretty much our situation would be almost resolved. However, this is destroyed to get one more county within this region here. Well, guess who owns every single other county in this region? None other than my brother and my liege, my Amir. So, for now, we kind of, I won't say we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. We're just going to have to bide our time. Brother is 52 years old and his heir is 24, so there may be a chance, if with the passing of my brother, of a split, and we could probably take advantage there of if we aren't honoured with a title. I may even be able to petition later on my liege and see if there's an opportunity to ask him for the granting of a title. I'm not sure how he works. We are friends, but we will see. For expansion in terms of land and things, we're kind of just going to hold fire for now. So we are going to enjoy our time here as a camp assembles a party as the sun rises over the camp in the valleys near Zarafsan. The local gamekeepers have scored the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. It seems a mighty heart is unquestionably in the area, quarry fit for a king. Right, so he wanted to hunt the heart today, so let's get out there and hopefully we can get something. My brother Nazar is crouched down the ground, humming cheerfully, picking lavender. He appears to have lost all interest in the hunt. Valley, what a bounty of nature. Look at these plants. Truly the wealth of the earth knows no bounds. We do not appreciate these simple treasures enough. Now, he may be my half-brother, or my brother, but he is also my Amir. He is also my liege. We are amongst fellow vassals, so I am not going to simply scold my brother. It would undermine any authority he holds, though it could work in my advantage, possibly. It's not my character. This is not who I am. I'm going to say Pawina could do well with these herbs, or maybe get back on your horse. You know what? It's fascinating, my brother. What's that flower over there? My party and I stalked through a copse, eyes peeled for any sign of a heart. From the canopy above, a soft twittering spills forth, growing louder as we advance. It is nestling, screeching for its mother. An agile huntsman brings down a fluffy Aius, an unfledged raptor chick from the oak. What luck! Only young birds caught in the wild can be properly trained to hunt. Have it take it back to my muse. The huntsmen have pointed out a secluded clearing downwind of the beast's covert, a perfect place to form our bowline and await the hart driven thicker from the hound teams. Our host thinks for a moment before scoffing. I came for a real hunt. We will hunt by force, not stealth. Let's go. We can hardly keep up with the blasted beast as it darts and weaves through the sparse pines, snorting wildly. Scaling a rise and disappearing into a dense thicket, the hart is gone as quickly as it appeared, with only panting dogs and sweaty horses to show for it. The damn thing is gone. We always seem to fail when others hunt. Our party seemed to be beset by every misery that Shaitan could conjure, and I am almost relieved to leave the mountains behind me. A calm gave us a disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. Their hearts indeed eluded us this time. Let us leave this adventure for now. Yeah, well, we gained the trait Hunter, and we also finished the hunt with that, and we shall head on our way home. Journeying through Varagasha, I pass by a peculiar looking tent splayed open with its yet more peculiar looking occupant inside. Come in, O mighty valley. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading for your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for the reading? Am I willing to pay? Tell me my future, oh wise one. Ooh, I gained bad omens for 5 years. Maybe I should have burned them next time. As we pass through the Arg of Arbanjan, a jubilant local approaches my entourage. He smiles, stretches from ear to ear. I discern that he is offering a warm welcome, but the finer aspect of his speech is finally lost on me. But that as it may, I wave away my tent of companions and return his joyful greeting. I can hardly imagine a more excellent chance to practice my shas to kick. Oh, let's have a pleasant conversation. As my party pushes through a sudden storm, I see a group of armed Magi walking in the opposite direction. They carry a palanquin with a brazier of dying embers between them, the rain and wind lashing at the holy flames, risking snuffing them out. Though their hands hover wearily over their weapons, the priests call out to us, hoping we might help shelter them and their sacred embers. You can shelter with us. You and the Magi find adequate shelter in a ruined structure. After wringing out your wet clothes and making sure that the brazier and its embers are alive and well, the group relaxes. Seems like you'll wait out the storm together. The leader of the priests, Isaac, is a knowledgeable individual and has many stories to share. Your wisdom could serve me well. It could. A wise man, theologian, generous, chaste but zealous. We do consider your religion evil. I wish you safe travels. Oh, thank Allah. I can go inside. We're going to petition my liege and see if my brother is open to granting me a title. I'm asking for the claim title, my dear brother. I am going to petition my liege. I am happy with that. So almost immediately as we arrive home from the hunt, we leave towards the court of my brother and my Amir. Turning a bend on the path, we come across a group of people covered in dust emerging from what must have been an impressive tomb. They hoist burlap sacks that jingle and jangle, weighed down by the trinkets they have dug out of the ancient building. Times are hard, dear Valley. Our families must be fed, and we are not doing harm to anyone among the living. The leader looks up at us with some trepidation. She clearly realizes this does not look good for them. No, it does not look good for you at all. There is no future for those who disregard the past. They're desperate. I will reimburse them to return the loot. Ditch, I hear Nazat shout out in panic. Soon thereafter I hear a loud cracking sound, like that of wood breaking or of my patience finally snapping. I step out on the dirt to see the splintered remains of a wagon wheel. My wagon wheel. I'm sorry, my acquaintance. It was my turn as lookout, and I fell asleep at the reins. Curses! We are going to be late. Parwina is in charge of our food supplies and sheepishly revealed our provisions are now all but useless, having been poorly stored. Patches of mould cover the bread and fresh produce, and we have quickly used up the remaining dried food. The party grows hungry as dusk begins to fall. Well, Parwina, I hope and pray for your benefit that this does not cost me my life. Nature will provide for us. And though it looked like nature did provide for us. I'm escorted to Amir Nasser's throne room, where he beckons for me to approach and address him. I respectfully assert my legitimate claim to the Vihalia of Samarkand, providing the lengthy documents we've asserted, and await the Amir's reply. After listening to the speech, he sits in silence for several moments as he mulls my petition over. Eventually he addresses me. You make some good arguments, but if I am to agree to your quest, I will need something in return. Surely you see it would be a benefit both of us if we could come to an arrangement. A fair offer, liege, I accept. You gained a favour, hook on me. I have docked the Vihalia of Samarkand. Birds of prey circle overhead, casting ominous shadows on the sun-beaten landscape. As I ascend the slope of a looming hill, the stench of spoiling meat dominates my senses. I see bodies laid out orderly on the rocks. Vultures and falcons pull at the meat, stringy, bloody chunks dangle from their beaks. A man in simple garb oversees the sky burial. He gestures at me. Please, take your leave, Vihalia. This place is only for Nusalalas. Death comes to us all. So, we are now over our domain limits because we were given Samarkand. We are now in a position, well, we will soon be in a position to form the duchy. We need 200 gold, and we will take on this extension here for now. So my brother gave, yes, we had a favour from my brother, but we've kind of already helping him out a lot with his nephews. We have been. Oh, thank Allah we can go inside. This time we will stay. So I'm not too worried, perhaps, of what he will ask for us. Perhaps another award or a vassal, who knows. But I am confident that once we have the 200 gold and when we are able to form the new title, we will be fine with our duchy and we will be able to safely offer these to a deserving individual. After lots of hard work, I finally learned the Shah's Turkic language. In this hours practicing accentuation, sleepless nights, mimicking inflection, countless lessons, mastering intonation, it was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate Dogan's accent. I am sure that he would be impressed with my results, and of course Soghad's presence now respect me a great deal more. I feel accomplished. Oh, my dear wife, and your savings have finally granted me, my dear, dear wife. We are going to create the title, the Duchy of Soghd. Let us look at the history. It was destroyed on the 1st of January 867 when my brother took over from my father, as the Amir. And that is why there became a cause of issue between me and my former rival. We now will create this duchy and crown ourselves the Amir of Soghd. Excellent. So now we are still above our domain limit. However, I can now safely give this away, and I shall give these away to somebody who I feel is deserving of these. Now I will grant this. I'm looking at family here. Here is my half brother, but I don't trust him. He is a detractor of the caliphate, though he's a good negotiator. I don't trust him. I distrust his motivations. I do believe, though, that perhaps my Amir and my marshal should be justified in his loyalty. So he will be granted the titles. He was become my vassal. However, he will not have all the realms. We will grant this to somebody else as well. Perhaps my other brother. Maybe the brothers can sort it out. I do have another half brother here. He's diligent, craven and calm. I think he will be, being craven, I expect he would not cause issue. Though we do also have my lazy, vengeful, temperate brother. Could probably do better at managing the lands. We will give you these, my brother. We will negotiate these alliances with my brothers. Excellent news, my brother. We do have a warning here that we will lose. Oh, yes, you need to hurry up and have children. Once you have children, that will be secure. Once you have a child, though it is a daughter. Once you have a son, it shall be secure. I would trust, and you will get into it now. My daughter, it is time for you to have a guardian. Pawena, I ask for you to educate my youngest daughter. And I ask my daughter also learn the language of Scythia. I'm going to have faith that these will be secured within the birthing of children, sons specifically. I am at a local banquet. I am at a local banquet hosted by a lesser noble. The host presents me with a ceramic tankard as a gift for the occasion. It is a lovely thing, decorated with some Tajik artwork on it. Clearly it was created by an expert craftsman, so though I may not necessarily use it in more formal occasions like a great feast, I could keep it for everyday use. No, thank you very much for the thoughtful gift. Oh yeah, thank you. It will increase our little bit of prestige. Well, thank you for that, my host. However, word reaches me if the officials of Nakasab have gained a reputation for being corrupt and morally flawed, focus more on furthering their own interests than that of what is good for the community. Whether such an assessment is accurate or not, it will reflect poorly on me and my administration. We will take steps to curb their excesses. Yes, we will crack down. It is just. We are just. We follow the law as part of being someone who is just. I was shocked when I caught my son Godzilla trying to steal from the travel chest of a visiting Naib Korash. He blamed a game another child had invented, but I could tell he was lying. Be honest and you will see others open to you. There has been a call to war, my dear brother, calling you to honour our alliance and join me in the peasant uprising. I accept, my brother. We will raise all our armies and we will help you with your peasants. I can see why you need a bit of help, to be honest, brother. Where are your forces there, brother? Do you have none? Are you asking me to do your work for you there, brother? So we will go in. If we can get there in time, we will probably win. High quality troops, though, I do not know if we have the time to get there. My brother does not seem interested in raising troops. So we shall do the work for him. Oh, my dear daughter. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. Always a clever child. Abizar proved time and again over the course of her studies that she had a natural affinity for careful planning and more than a little misdirection. Now it is harder to say, however. Everything that is tasked of her is done by others before she gets to it, and she never tells petty lies the way she used to. Perhaps she was not as clever as she seemed after all. They grow up fast. She is no longer the ward of my brother's chancellor, spy master, and my half brother. You have gained the elusive shadow trait. You are fecund. You will lose charming, and you have become deceitful, arrogant, and chaste. Though, my daughter, I have betrothed you to your, well, my nephew, Yahya. My daughter, what happened? You had a great education, but in your educating ways, you have become deceitful. Okay. We will accept the betrothal. Yahya and my daughter Fazia had now become married. We are taking out the peasants that are my brother, and it was an easy battle for us in the end. It is all yours now there, brother. End it. We have dealt with your peasantry. And with that, helping our brother defeat his own peasants without him even raising a single troop. The marriage, well, the education of my eldest firstborn daughter. She received a good education, but unfortunately learned too many tricks of the trade and became very deceitful. Though I'm proud of her education, she could become useful. She is now married to Yahya. And then he may keep going. We got ourselves out of that hard place, and we are now the Emirate of Soghd. This has eased our worries a little bit. Now we have more domain room as well, as we may slowly eat away at my brother, perhaps. We will see. But there we will leave it, folks. If you want to continue following along with this this series, there is a playlist up there now. Follow that, click there, and it will list all the current and previously released episodes. And keep an eye down below for the following one once it is live next week. Till then, take care of yourselves and each other. I am, as always, Pakira Kia Kaha.